हेलो. हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक. आई नो कल रात को थोड़ा सा लेट हो गया था, बट आई हैव कंप्लीटेड 3 chapters and 1 poem and I am going to start third. Okay, this is the second poem of your NCRT. ये पुरानी बुक है इसीलिए it's showing. Okay, just give me a moment. Yeah. ये ना second है. I'll just change it. This is second poem in your NCRT. It's a thicker one, right? I'll just write. Oh, it's more than thick. Okay. Give me a moment. What I am doing? Okay, leave it. ठीक है. So let's start with our next poem that we are going to do today. I don't know why this pen is not working. Okay, let's use grey today. Huh? How about grey? Right? Let's do it. Okay. Keeping quiet. This poem is written by Pablo Neruda. This is दिख ही नहीं रहा है. Just give me a moment. I'm so sorry, मैं आपको बहुत टाइम वेस्ट करते. I don't know. I don't know इन सब में, but ठीक है. Okay. Keeping quiet. Keeping quiet. It's a very beautiful poem. Pablo Neruda has written this poem. ठीक है. So अच्छा, keep. What do you mean by quiet, guys? Quiet means in this poem, what the poet wants us to know is the magic. Magic of what? Magic of silence. Magic of silence. I'll write it, but I don't know why it's not working. But the poet wants us to know the magic of silence and stillness. Basically, silence and stillness is the main theme, if we say. Okay, silence and stillness is the main theme if you want to say. Alright? And stillness in what? Stillness and silence in introspecting ourselves. Introspecting means intro is introduction of ourselves, and inspect is to know someone deeply. Alright? ठीक है? That is what the poet wants us to know. ठीक है? Let's read it, then we'll know. Alright? Let's start reading it. Now we will count to 12 and we all keep still. Now we will count to 12. What he is saying as he say count to 12. What is this? This is the metaphor of time. 12 means, I'll just write it, and please make notes, guys, as it is important. I'm so sorry. I'll just recorrect. Metaphor of time. Time means seasons, the 4 seasons, months, hour. What hour is it? He's saying, can we all be still? Still, what he mean by still, will know that. Okay? For once on the face of earth, let's not speak any language. The poet wants, Pablo Neruda wants us to do not speak, that we have to be quiet for a second. He says, for a second, please try it. Not move your arms, that means do not do any work. He says, do not do any work for a second. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We will all be together in sudden strangeness. Strangeness here means the silence. वो कह रहे हैं कि इट वुड बी एन अमेजिंग मोमेंट अगर कोई वहाँ पे रश नहीं होगा. रश ही इज सेइंग इन एनी cooperative thing he is saying there would be no rush there, like banks you can say. ठीक है, there will be no cars, no bikes, no trains on the road, on the tracks, है ना. we will all be together in that silence, in that sudden silence जो कि कभी नहीं हुए. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. This silence the poet wants would not harm whales. The poet wants that humans should not harm animals. The man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. He is talking about all the laborers here. Laborers. He is talking about all laborers. Sorry, I wrote the wrong spelling. फिर आप लोग बोलोगे spelling गलत लिख दिया. All the laborers he is talking about. All the laborers that men gathering salt वो अपने छिले हुए हैंड्स को देख सकेंगे, उनके हर्ट हैंड्स को वो देख सकेंगे. जो उनको हैंड पे पेन हो रहा है, जो भी कोई भी लेबरर है, बीट एनी काइंड ऑफ लेबरर, वो अपने आप को अपनी बॉडी पे वो जो छोटे छोटे कट्स हैं वो सब देख सकेंगे. ठीक है, फॉर अ मोमेंट ओनली. बट हाँ, एटलीस्ट those who prepare green wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no surprise. This is very important. ऐसे लोग जो कि green wars prepare करते हैं, this is for pollution guys. green wars is for pollution. ठीक है, ऐसे लोग जो green wars प्रिपेयर करते हैं, वॉर्स विद गैस फायर जो लड़ते हैं, और ऐसी विक्ट्री का क्या फ़ायदा जिसमें कोई सर्वाइवर्स ही नहीं है, जिसको कोई इन्जॉय ही नहीं कर सकते हैं. लाइक ही इज़ ट्राइंग टू से व्हेन अ वॉर इज़ हैपनिंग, एक साइड जीतती है, राइट, उस साइड में भी यू नो वॉर्स आर नेवर एंडिंग, राइट, द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स आर नेवर एंडिंग. तो how can they survive, how can they enjoy their victories when the conflicts are never ending? They have to go to the their borders to fight again and again, so they cannot enjoy that. For once they can put clean clothes. The poet wants to say that they can also enjoy this normal life that we are doing. We always wear clean, we every day wear clean clothes, right? But the soldiers that are on the border are not, right, walk about with their brothers like we are, but they don't. Like the poet wants to say that they can also enjoy for that. If the world becomes still, they can also enjoy, okay, in this shade and doing nothing and not protecting us, he wants to say. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. जो मैं चाहता हूँ ना वो बिल्कुल inactivity से confuse नहीं होना चाहिए. inactivity मतलब कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा. The poet wants life is what it is about. I want no truck with death, no accidents. No accidents, he's saying. Beat any kind of accident. If we were not single-minded, अगर हमारा perspective same नहीं होता, एक ही perspective अपनी life को जीने का नहीं होता, about keeping our lives moving, for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt the sadness of never understanding ourselves and threatening ourselves with death. अगर हमारा वो सिंगल माइंडेड परस्पेक्टिव चेंज हो सकता फॉर वंस, उस साइलेंस की वजह से एक बार, तो शायद आप अपने आप को इंट्रोस्पेक्ट कर सकते, और बजाय इस डर के कि हम किसी दिन मर जाएंगे. Perhaps earth can teach us when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. हमें अर्थ ही सिखा सकती है अगर हम ऐसा कुछ करेंगे. जैसे everything seems dead means every thing has been stopped. ठीक है, तो इट प्रूव्स दैट एवरीवन इज लाइक, देखो अगर हम सब ही सेइंग इफ विल कीप स्टिल फॉर सेकेंड एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड ourselves, not anyone else but ourselves, then we can really prove that yes, now we are alive. So he's saying earth can teach us, right? Now I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. He's saying that now I will count up to 12 and you trying to introspect yourself. Okay, try to understand yourself, try to give peace to your mind, right? Here's it. To have no truck with death, to refuse to associate or deal with, to refuse to tolerate something. Tolerate क्या कर रहे हैं वो? The death of blue whales, the wars, the red colored clothes of soldiers with blood, right? The laborers ignoring their pain, cuts and all, right? That is, he's saying, I want a life with no truck of death. Okay, no truck with death. What will counting up to 12 and keeping still help us to achieve? To keep our mind to first, what will it achieve? To introspect ourselves. First इसका बनेगा to introspect. Second बनेगा to give peace to our mind. डू यू थिंक पोएट एडवोकेट्स टोटल इनएक्टिविटी? अब वो बोल रहा है कि पोएट इसको कैसे कंपेयर कर रहा है. डेथ मीन्स permanent stillness. Inactivity means temporary stillness. This is the thing that is poet advocating. What is the sadness in the poem refers to in the poem? Sadness means we can say harm to whales, destroying our environment, and the soldiers not having the time to enjoy their victory and all. Okay, what symbol from nature does the poet invoke to say that there can be life under apparent stillness? What from the nature does the poet invoke to say there can be life under apparent stillness? From nature, he is saying that earth can also teach us, as when everything seems dead, and later, like, earth can also teach us that if it seems like it is totally still, but after some time it proves that it was a temporary stillness, right? We can say yeah, यही आंसर होगा इसका. ठीक है, and just give me a moment, I'll check once. All right, I don't know why YouTube is not, what's happening. Give me a moment. Yeah, so इसका यही आंसर है that earth is acting like a metaphor here, that the nature is never permanently inactive. The nature is always doing its work. All right, this is the answer to this question. All right, I hope the poem is clear to you. I'm so sorry. All right, and the poetic devices for this are alliteration. First is alliteration. That is used in the first stanza of We Will. Okay, so first is alliteration. I am trying कि मैं one go में लिख दूँ. Second is anaphora. Let's not speak, let's stop. This is anaphora. All right, I hope you know the meaning to all these. I hope. And if you don't, तो मैं आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में आई टेल यू. ऑलराइट. Alliteration is sudden strangeness also. Metaphor is also there. ड्रॉनिंग, सैडनेस एंड एग्जाइल. ऑलराइट. मेटाफॉर भी है, या आप एज अ अर्थ को, जो मैंने लास्ट आंसर बताया, आप मेटाफॉर एज अ अर्थ को यूज़ करना कि अर्थ इज़ एक्टिंग एज यू नो मेटाफॉर है. अर्थ के रिलेटेड, अर्थ से रिलेटेड मेटाफॉर आप इसमें अगर पूछा गया मेटाफॉर का क्या है, तो फिर यू कैन से दैट अर्थ, दैट नेचर इज़ नेवर इन एक्टिव. मतलब अर्थ को ऐसा कंपेयर किया गया है. ठीक है, यू कैन से दैट. Alright, that was all for this video. Hope you guys understood it. बहुत छोटा सा वीडियो था. I tried कि मैं थोड़ा सा कॉम्पैक्ट ही रखूँ. Alright, so thank you guys.